Hey everyone, fellow YouTubers. This is Joel, aka the Big D of Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. And now I present the second half of my second Q&A. Here we go. My next 5 questions are from Drew from Hey Isn't That Devon Graham. Real good buddy and good YouTuber. I've been generous in taking part of his Thrill Me Thursdays. I am going to try and take part of his next one on female antagonists in horror films. That's kind of going to be a tough one, but I think I can get this one done. Okay, here we go. First question is, what upcoming MCU film are you looking forward to the most and why? Well, that would kind of be a bit of a draw. It would be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now that James Gunn's back on board, I think that's going to be a waste because he's currently going to be doing the Suicide Squad movie, the next one. But that is still mentioned, but I think the fourth Thor movie, Love and Thunder, since they've got the same guy who directed Thor Ragnarok back on board, and I'm happy to hear that Natalie Portman's on board again. I'm really happy for that. So those two will probably be tops. I think those are going to be good. Although I will be happy to see a Black Widow movie and the Doctor Strange sequel and the other movies that's mentioned. Next, what horror movie would you like to see a remake of? Well, that's kind of a tricky one, but I'll say Cujo, because since I've seen the original, I think that should deserve a remake since it and Pet Sematary have already been remade. I think this would be the next Stephen King movie to get done. Or maybe Silver Bullet, but this time use the title of the book it was based on. Let's see. What is one of your worst movie theater experiences? Well, being in a room full of people, believe me, last time I went and it was Avengers Endgame. Yeah, that was packed. Some kids were talking. Maybe not. Maybe they didn't get on my nerves as much as they did with Esley. If you haven't seen his video of his worst movie experience or something, yeah, he did a rant on that. I actually liked it, and I understand. Sometimes kids can be annoying if they talk during the movie. Let's see. What's a movie you can quote nearly the entire film? Well, that's easy. It's gotta be Home Alone. I've loved that movie for many years. Forrest Gump would be another one, but I can mostly do Home Alone actually. I watched it the other night. Real good movie. Finally, if you could own any horror movie prop, what would it be? Well, I think maybe the first Jason mask from Friday the 13th Part 3, or maybe the first Michael Myers mask, or Freddy's glove. Those would be pretty darn cool. Those are real good ones. Thank you, Drew. The next ones are from Colton from Heartbreaker. Check out his channel. He's pretty cool. First off, do you like Disturbed? Yes. It's been a long time since I last listened to some new rock, but since last year I've been listening to them again. Since I've heard some of their stuff long ago. If I like them, what is your favorite song from them? Well, that would be their last single, A Reason to Fight. I absolutely love this song. It was real good. I do like some of their other stuff, don't get me wrong. Stupefy, Prayer, although that's been one I've missed hearing longer than some of the others. Are You Ready, which that was a big hit for them last year. Their new song is real good too. So, I picked Reason to Fight. Let's see. What is your favorite album? Well, that's kind of a tough one. I've loved all sorts of cool albums, like Pink Floyd's The Wall and Dark Side of the Moon. Those were good, even though I didn't own Dark Side of the Moon. And Michael Jackson's Thriller, Def Leppard's Pyromania, and well, Hysteria. Since I've heard most of that album. I didn't hear Hysteria completely, but I've heard most of it. And Bon Jovi, Slippery When Wet. But those are just classic albums. But if it's a more recent album, it would had to be the debut album. Well, not debut, but the first full length album from Greta Van Fleet, Anthem of the Peaceful Army. Very good album. When I heard When the Cream Falls last year, I was hooked on 'em. I like that song. Lover Leaver, their new single's pretty good. And, of course, their recent hit, You're the One, that's definitely good. I do have their From the Fires EP with Safari Song and Highway Tune. Both of those are good songs. Next question, what do you think of Wake Me Up Wednesdays? Well, I just watched those earlier today. I think they're pretty cool. Maybe I'll take part of that someday. Are you excited for Three from Hell? Well, sorry to disappoint you, but not really, since although I've seen House of a Thousand Corpses, I just finished watching the trailer for this. It's a new Rob Zombie movie. I didn't know what it was, and I have not seen Devil's Rejects. Sometimes I kind of shy away from new horror, sometimes only if it's a movie that kind of gets to my attention. The new Pet Cemetery was the last new horror flick I watched. So, no hard feelings. I don't mean to be. I'm not trying to be rude to you or anything, dude. Anyway, that's it from him. Thank you, Colton. And let's see. Next ones are from Esley from Entertainment Fanatic Reviews. Okay. First, why did I create this channel? Well, just because I wanted to show off all the stuff I know about movies, TV, video games, music, and what have you. Because I'm about the best there is to know about this. Although I need my tablet to help me out with knowing some stuff. Sometimes I forget lots of stuff. Not all the time. Next, what would I like to achieve with the channel? Well, I'd like to get more people to like and check me out and all that stuff, comment on what they think about this. I can see I've been getting some already. Favorite YouTubers? Well, gee, that's easy. You're one of them, Esley. You probably already know that. I like Derek. I like Derek's Horror Corn, Liebelman, and Ogre Boy 1992, and Heartbreaker. And, well, since I've watched a few of his, Desmond's Flicks, let's see. I like Corn Shack, of course, because I like his play-it-throughs. His reviews are real good. Sickness Destroyer, best known for doing his own types of reviews, and Innocent Until Proven Guilty, and, of course, the LJN Defender. Very good series. I love that one. And, well, there's several others. There's too many to mention, though, but I do know I like lots of you guys who I've made friends with on Facebook and on YouTube. And that some of y'all are part of the Horror Enthusiast one-on-one group. And I thank y'all for that. Because you got some good questions for me, broski. Okay, do you play video games? Hell yeah! I played video games since I was a kid. I remember playing the Atari 2600, and of course the original Nintendo and Super Nintendo. Never played Sega Genesis much. I wanted to. And I've been hooked on the PlayStation system. I played everything from number 1 to number 3. I want to try and get 4, but it's going to be a while until the price gets cut down. Because I've got tons of games on my PlayStation 3 that I did with number 2. Because I got Ratchet & Clank games, I got Sly Cooper Trilogy, I got all 3 Borderlands games, Lollipop Chainsaw, I got most of the God of War games. But overall, I do love games, and I kind of miss playing games like Mario and Zelda, even though I've got Link to the Past. But there's a chance I'll get to play some classics in the future. And as soon as I get a new console, the one I've got is kind of coming apart on me. Finally, favorite bands. Oh, well, I've got way too many to mention. I'll mention a few. You already know Green Day's one of them. Others include Van Halen, Def Leppard, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Foo Fighters, and I did mention Greta Van Fleet and Disturbed. I also like, let's see, I like a little bit of the 5FDP, Five Finger Death Punch. Their cover on Blue on Black is definitely a great song. And what? Who else? Linkin Park, Chester Bennington's dead. I do like them still. Soundgarden, Nirvana, Pearl Jam. And of course, Bring Me the Horizon. I gotta listen to more of those guys. I'm gonna try and listen to some of your songs when you get to doing some sometime. Okay, I promise. And I think I mentioned Leonard Skinner, maybe. If I did, then I apologize for sounding like a broken record. But I absolutely like lots of bands. Well, it's mostly rock bands, but if it's country, I might like Lone Star, Diamond Rio, the Oak Ridge Boys, and Alabama, which has been one of my favorite country bands for many years since I was little. Anyway, now for the final one. And this one is going to be from Horror Enthusiast 101 member Troy Willis. First off, what was your favorite toy as a kid? Well, I like the Fisher-Price popcorn popper. You kind of had this little handle. You push the little plastic container that had these walls that kind of move around when you push it back and forth. Really fun. I do like some of the action figures I had, like He-Man and G.I. Joe and Transformers. What was the first movie you saw in the cinema? The Black Cauldron in 1985. That was the first one I saw. Which I love it. It's been a long time since I last saw it. It's pretty much an underrated Disney animated feature. What was the first book you ever read? Phone book, actually. Yeah, you heard me correctly. The actual telephone book for, well, the area I used to live in. But if it was a storybook, that's kind of hard to remember. One of them was Dan the Dinosaur, which I read for the other kindergarten class at school. Yeah. What's a movie that made you cry? Sorry to disappoint you. Not a single movie made me cry. Not even The Passion of the Christ. Shoot, I almost did cry after Gwen Stacy's death in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but, well, it didn't shed a tear. Not one. Sorry. What's a movie that made you mad? Well, that's kind of a tough one, but obviously it has to be a movie I just dissed. And it's one I'm never going to watch, and that's the Aladdin remake. I really kind of dropped it on it hard like a real battle axe. I dissed it big time. If you haven't seen my rant video, check it out. And this is I said the weirdest one for last. If a maxi pad asked you to marry it, what would you tell it? Don't really know, dude. That's kind of an odd choice. But if I did have to tell it, just protect me from getting my pants wet, okay? Or something like that. Believe me. I'd rather I don't explain much because that's kind of personal. But hey, I'm a ladies' man here. I mean, I'm not married. I'm not married though. I'm just. Well, I really don't want to give too much more personal info. Thank you very much. I don't want anybody to get any ideas of digging up stuff on me. Thank you very much. But anyway, that's going to end the second half of my Q&A. I want to thank everyone for being a part of this. And I want to thank you for watching. Have a good evening. And until my next vid, where if it's a review or ranking on the Big D thing, see ya.